Hey everybody. So I'm 5 years, like 2 weeks short of 5 years from my entire life falling apart. Okay, in the worst way. Um, Absolutely devastated me. I was in so much pain for so long, but I'm realizing now that I've been realizing this for like the last 6 months to a year that it actually was a lot longer than that because I was being a version of myself that I thought other people could, or that they showed me that the full version of Pete wasn't acceptable, right? And I'm realizing that it was a lot longer than 5 years ago. It's maybe more like 15 years. Um, 14 or 15 years that I was living this version of me that isn't really me. Um, Me in my natural state, I'm like a hyper motivated go getter. Okay. Um, I see something I want or a life I want, I go for it. Okay. But because of because of accepting the projections of other people, I became this like watered down, weak version of who I really am. And I guess I did it to fit in. I guess I did it because things hadn't worked out in my life how I'd wanted them to. And so and I remember thinking this, I remember having these thoughts that, okay, well, I'm going to try their way because my way has failed. But it really didn't. So back in 2008, the housing crisis, I had apartments, and you guys have heard this story a little bit, but I'm going to go into the psychology of it a little, or at least my psychology of it. What I should have done, what Pete would have done if I had been operating in my full potential, is I would have held on. Okay? I would have held on, and I may have ended up $100,000 in debt. But what happened around 2012, 2011, 2012 is because of the banking crisis. Basically, the banks were giving loans to people who couldn't or shouldn't have really been able to buy a house. And that created a shortage of good renters. And so that was what created the issue for my business. But if I had held on 2010, 11, 12, the market started to turn around. By 2012, the market was completely turned around. If I had held on, I would be retired now. Okay. So what happened was, in the process of not being who I truly was, I adopted other people's strategies and other people's fears, and I went bankrupt in 2009. So I think the lesson here is, no matter what, you have to be the full version of you, whatever that is. And so just in the last 6 to 12 months, I'm feeling like the old me, the 20-year-old, the 21-year-old version of who I am. And that guy is a go-getter. So here I am at almost 53. I'm starting over. I've been robbed. Somehow someone got access to my computer. Um, they had my IP address. I don't know. I still don't know how they did it. Uh, My bike blew up. My car now has a major issue, my second car, my work car. And it's like, but I don't care because I'm just going to adapt and keep going. And I'm just going to grind harder. And all I'm trying to say is if you are not the full, unadulterated version, the most authentic version of you, life is not going to go right because it's fighting against your authenticity. Okay? And you're allowing it. So, all I'm trying to say is be you. Be the most authentic, full version of you and freaking go for it. Go for it. We got one life here. We might as well make it what we want and love it and enjoy it. I love you guys. Bye.